And it's 11 o'clock, so let's call the meeting to order. Start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we'll start with the roll call, please, Val.
Commissioner Young,
Here.
Commissioner Ingram,
Present.
Commissioner Jones.
Okay.
Chief?
I'm here.
Okay.
Here, but there, but out here, but there.
All right. Okay, so the purpose of this meeting today is to answer any questions that people might have about the public levy lift, levy lid lift that we're proposing in the upcoming August 5th election. And so I'm going to let Mike go over the details again like he did last time, if that's all right.
Yep, you want the pros and cons. So we do have pros and cons statements up here.
Oh, there's a con.
Yep, there's a pile of them.
There's a con statement, you said?
Yes, there we have a pro statement.
Oh, I got the pro.
Nobody has stepped
No.
up to do a con.
Okay.
I got to see if we can somehow try to get it on the website. We didn't have any. I think Troy was gone all week, so Deidre couldn't even hook up with him. So we need to get it on our website, see if somebody wants to do it.
Okay.
So it's the same as what we've been talking about. The benefits of it are to upgrade apparatus, to maintain our infrastructure, to ensure safety, as in getting the right PPE and proper training, to improve our services, and to be able to save for our long-term goals. And so if it fails, we won't have the ability to maintain the operation of our fire apparatus. We're at 229,000 now, and I mean we had 128,000 last year in maintenance just to get everything running, but everything still needs maintenance. So it's still going to be several thousand this year for that. The facilities will continue to degrade. They're all like from 1974, 75 time period. So there's a lot of like rotten wood and stuff that needs to be taken care of. If we can't maintain our apparatus, then we won't be able to maintain our response levels. And our response levels and maintaining and upgrading apparatus, that's how we improve the insurance ratings, fire insurance ratings for our residents. So and speaking of this, I do have this statement. It does have an incorrect on, if you guys have this, it's not August 16th, it's August 05. It's the 5th of August is the election. So we have this statement in at the Shoppers. They're designing it as we speak. I requested 750 flyers. That'll give us 60 extras. 600. That comes out to $248.63.
That's all the voters we have is 750?
No. 690 residents. There's about 1,100 voters.
Okay.
So there'll be 690 mailed out to the different addresses.
Oh, okay.
Out of that 750, and that's $273. The design is $45, so it's a total of $566.63 plus whatever tax they add on to that. So I think that's a very doable thing.
I think it's important to point out also that we currently are not putting any money in reserves for replacement of apparatus.
No, we had to take
And
money out.
we cannot do that unless the levy is increased.
We had to take $20,000 out of the reserves just to pay the lawyer fees this time, or Mr. Hood, or pay for that settlement. So, yeah, our reserves are way down. Another thing I did find out from our auditor, and the conflict is between what our lawyer said And then what he said the RCW say, where we couldn't campaign after we submit it? No, we can campaign all we want. We can push it. We can do it all over. I'm gonna ask Eric why he said it. But Auditor Dunkel and his assistant both looked it up and verified, no, that's not a rule that we cannot push on it after we submit it, May 2nd. So,
Okay.
am I right?
Is,
That's definitely something to look into.
He said, as Commissioner Auditor Dunkel said, that'd be like you running for your position next year and not being able to go out and campaign while you're the person to do it. So,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah.
I would just follow up with Eric just to make sure we
Yeah.
understand
I will
exactly.
call him Monday and
You know,
and,
find out
There's not
why
some
he told us
obscure-
that.
special purpose RCW somewhere
Right.
that says something, and not that I don't
Right.
wholeheartedly trust it.
I'm not aware of any statute.
I have heard that
promoting-
as a district, we can't put out signs and whatnot.
Yeah,
So that could be what it means.
and
Like,
according,
we can talk about it, I guess, that we can't put signs out.
according to the auditor's office, we can, so we will verify it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, we can put signs up over there at the Old Timers Fair, whatever, so Monday I will call and get with Eric to find out.
but there are some regulations though about, I keep thinking of like when in the audit for voting, people cannot campaign within so many feet of an auditor's.
Well, there are
Office.
electioneering laws.
Right.
Yeah,
And those have to be followed by all citizens, not just members of the
Right.
commission or the district.
so is that something we need to double check
Right.
also, the electioneering laws, Steve?
So electioneering typically is prohibited within 1,000-foot
Of the drop box.
area or boundary of the elections center, or the voting center.
Okay.
And drop boxes, right?
Drop boxes have a smaller perimeter, I
Okay,
believe.
yeah.
But I'll send you guys the electioneering statute.
Yeah, that's only statutes on those two. We can do it here at the station, we could do it over at Old Timers.
Okay.
I'll clarify with Eric though.
Okay, so the board's in agreement then to get legal advice on those
Right,
two
just
issues.
clarification,
Yeah.
and I only ask that as a novice.
Me too. Okay, so we have, do you want to, let's see, so the levy, do you want to go
Okay,
over
so-
that part?
One more time, so to figure out how this levy is gonna affect you, so you take what we currently have now. So you take your house value, as it is right now, times 90 cents and divide it by 1,000. And that shows you what your annual rate is for fire. Then for the new levy lid lift that we're doing this year, requesting this year, it doesn't get collected until 26. We actually won't start seeing funds till April of 26. But you do the same thing, your house value times $1.50 divided by 1,000, and that's going to give you what the new rate would be. And it's basically, you can double your amount. So if it's like 200, it's going to go to 400. 300, it goes 600 pretty well. And that's for the year, not per month. So there's these up here. It's got my name on it, my email, my phone number, if anybody has questions. So,
Also, at the last meeting, Mike, Patty talked about the length of the levy that we're proposing, and she had some confusion why we were limiting it at 6 years and why it wouldn't be a permanent.
I think,
Is that something we should ask Eric about too?
no, do you have a copy of the resolution that you can get to real quick? I think he wrote it in as permanent.
Because she was questioning why we
Right.
limited at 6.
Right, when we can go permanent.
Right. So he wrote it after that?
No, it's the one that we already got signed.
Because I think she was looking at that one is what why she asked the question.
I haven't sent it to anybody, so I don't know how she put it.
Oh.
I think we were talking
We were
about it.
talking
It's a
about it?
6-year,
Okay.
probably. Let me see what the resolution says.
Okay. And, let's see.
Your blinker's on.
It is, yep.
Did you?
She's going for the
Oh,
resolution.
I'm
It's
sorry.
locked up in the cabinet.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen that one. The remote lawnmower. It's like a little vacuum bot for the mower.
Yeah. He's actually got the wrong date on here.
No, that was one.
Okay.
He's actually got August 6th on here. That's wrong. It's August 6th. Okay. Taxes, levies, 25, 26. You can go ahead and go if you want. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
If anybody's got any questions.
So, does anybody have any questions about what we've gone over so far? Steve?
How much of what you're trying to overcome is a result of any deficit or financial hole left to you by the previous board?
All of it. I mean,
Well,
we used, just to dig out in 24, the one thing that saved us is she didn't spend the EMS money. And the EMS money, once it's over a year old, can be used for anything. So we had like 208,000 left over there. So we used that plus all but maybe 80,000 of our total budget just to dig ourselves out last year. And we're still having an $80,000 fraud audit again this year with a regular audit. And that's going to kick us again next year. I think probably not the fraud, but it'll still probably be a $30,000 audit, I think, for the next few years, according to what they told us.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
so the total budget for District 12, under the 2025 levy would be, let's see, some portion, it would be $228,797. So, and then the EMS levy is 93,681
Yeah, it's went down actually.
for 25. So,
And we went from 93 down to 90 cents. And we're 33 cents on EMS.
yeah. So,
So this is for a 6-year.
okay, but her question was,
Right, so I'll talk to Eric.
yeah,
About that
add
also.
to the
We
question.
need to write this thing.
Amend that to make it permanent.
Yeah, yeah.
And if so, I'll bring this to our meeting a week from Monday. So that'll still give us time to get it turned in.
Okay. Okay. So, there's a pro statement submitted by David Purcell, and I believe they have until May 1st, if anybody else wants to be on the pro statement, is that correct? Part
Well-
of that committee?
Yeah, and then if we don't have anybody, then they're gonna advertise it. The auditor's office will advertise it.
Okay.
And then if they don't get anybody, then it's just not added in. Is that correct?
I will be attempting to pull together a committee of volunteers to draft a con statement per statute.
Okay. Okay. So if anybody wants to be a part of that, they should
They should
contact
let me
you.
know, and we'll get the word out through the local media.
Yeah, we can't even get anybody out here to do it, so far anyway. I've even asked them down at the store, a few people that kind of hemmed and hawed about it that I've talked to, I've asked them to do it.
Isn't that kind of a good thing? Everyone's for it?
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm thinking positive on this.
So, just for the public, since Diedrich is kindly taping us again today, anybody that wants to submit either a pro or con statement in addition to what we already have should contact the county auditor's office
Well, only if they're interested in volunteering to draft a con statement.
if they want to be part of the drafting.
The commission's
Okay.
Of the con
responsible for
statement.
pulling your statements together. Where you're unable to successfully do that, that's where the auditor's office will step in and try to backstop the effort.
Okay. Okay. All right. Can you think of anything else we haven't covered? I think we're. Oh, there is one other thing. At the last meeting, we talked about HB 2049, and as of last night, it's in executive session, which generally, if a bill goes to executive session, it has higher odds of passing, from what I'm told, but who knows what's going to happen, because they're saying that the bill, or that the legislature may go into overtime this year. So until a budget is actually decided, this issue won't be decided. But this bill changes the growth limit on junior taxing districts and school districts from 1% to 3%, up to 3%. And I really don't know if that's automatic or if it depends on population or just what. So I haven't looked into that part of it yet, but that was discussed at the last meeting, and it's basically not gone anywhere yet. So, okay. Anything else? No other questions? Nothing from you guys?
Are you guys good with this
I
price?
think just to clarify, when we were doing rough numbering at our last hearing for this, I mentioned percentage number of increase. I would think I was in error, but it's a 66.6% increase is the effect of this
Of the
levy
levy
increase.
lid
Right.
lift.
Of the levy lift on your fire levy.
On the
Right.
fire.
Not your overall tax rate, but just the fire levy.
That's
And you can
right.
find that, for those who may or may not know, you can go onto the county websites and stuff, and you can look at your property tax statement will tell you what that is. And so you can estimate in a couple of ways, as Chief described, or just multiply your present rate by 1.666.
You mean the difference
Okay.
between
And
the
So I think that
I'll
covers
make the
it.
correction.
90 cents to $1.50 is a 66.6% increase, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. Couldn't remember.
okay.
I think I was in error the last I mentioned that, so to clarify.
XOs are never
Steve.
wrong.
And Commissioner, just to clarify for everybody, I know I tried to whisper it to you, but the electioneering law, RCW 29A.84.510, prohibits electioneering within 100 feet perimeter of voting centers and 25 feet of ballot drop boxes.
29A, 80,
29A.84.510,
okay. And 1,000 feet,
100.
oh, excuse me, 100 feet from the
From polling,
ballot box.
That's right, we won't campaign at your office.
and 25 feet of a ballot box.
Yeah, we don't have any out here, so.
So
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
No other questions, comments? Okay, hearing none.
Madam Chair, I move to adjourn.
I second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I forgot you were there, Nick.
Nay.